Hello guys! Welcome back to my channel. At kung bago ka sa channel na to, I'm Za and this is Za Canada. Today we have a very important topic and these apply for those people who are already applying for a PR or Canadian citizenship. Ano ba talaga ang nangyari dito? Kasi somebody already applied for a PR, applied for citizenship, and when suddenly immigration investigates him, eventually they revoke his PR. Ano ba talaga ang nangyari? Bakit nangyari yan? Yan ang pag-uusapan natin sa video na to. Panoorin hanggang dulo. At kung hindi ko pa nasasabi, again, my name is Za. In my channel, we talk about Canada immigration updates, life of Filipinos here in Canada, and work updates. And the reason, ano ba talaga ang naging rason kung bakit na-revoke ang kanyang PR? The only reason is he moved to a different province after PNP. So, na-nominate siya ng isang, let's say, ng isang province and he moved to a different city or a different province. So today, we are going to break it down. What happened in this story? Why immigration questioned him? What lessons can we learn? And what should you do if you got PR through PNP? So let me tell you the story behind that particular news, kung bakit nga na-revoke. So there are two international students. Magpinsan silang dalawa. And they were in a smaller province that offers easier pathway for PR. After graduation, they both got jobs in the tech industry or in the tech company. Siguro mga IT to mga to. Eventually, they applied for PR through PNP or Provincial Nominee Program. And good news naman, nakakuha sila ng PR. Pero, yung isang nakakuha ng PR after a month is he moved to Ontario to a better job offer. Siyempre, pag mas malaki yung city, sa city kasi parang ano lang yan parang sa Pilipinas. Siyempre, pag nasa Maynila ka magtatrabaho, mas malaki yung offer mo kasi hindi provincial rate. Dito, may ganun din. When you work in a province, there is this thing called provincial rate. Siguro, si kuya, na PR na nga, since kala niya, secure na yung ano niya, secure na yung status niya dito sa Canada, ang ginawa niya, kinuha niya yung opportunity sa Ontario after only getting his PR for a month and then move to a different city with a better job offer. But, remember, normally, yung mga taong nakakakuha ng PR, eventually, they apply for a Canadian citizenship. And, yung isa, nag-stay sa province. Pareho silang nag-apply ng Canadian citizenship. The other one was approved for the citizenship, but the other one has a different story. Okay? The investigation started when they've been asked for fingerprints, interviews, and more documents. Then after another year, they asked him to appear for an interview with a citizenship judge. Diba? Which is very complicated. So instead of just a normal citizenship process, he was already facing multiple interviews. During the interviews, they asked him so much questions. Question like, why did you move provinces? Siyempre, of course, with a better job offer. Did you really intend to live in the province that nominated you? And what were your plans when you applied for PR? And since na maraming ang tanong or since kasi nga pag nag-a-apply ka sa provincial nominee program at kapag na-nominate ka ng province, meaning you intend to live in that province at dapat hindi ka aalis. Siguro, aalis ka lang siguro after a few years, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years. Hindi ko alam kasi hindi pa naman ako tumira doon. But the fact that common sense ba? Kapag na-nominate ka ng isang province, then definitely you have to stay in that province for a certain period of time kasi sila yung nagbigay sa iyo ng permanent resident. Diba? Okay. So, yun na nga. He received a letter saying that they were planning to deny his citizenship application. Nakaka-stress. Siyempre, sinong hindi ang mai-stress dito? So, they connected to an immigration lawyer. They tried to appeal the case, but unfortunately, the judge said something very important. They said that even though he had a job in the province before, he moved too quickly after PR. Napakabilis ng pangyayari. Nakuha niya yung PR, after a month, nag-move siya agad sa Ontario. And that raised doubts after this original intention to live in that nominating province. And things got worse. Hindi doon nagtapos. Hindi lang basta-basta dininay yung application niya para sa PR niya. Here's what the story becomes even more shocking. After the citizenship refusal, immigration did not stop there. May ginawa pa sila. 'Di ba? Hindi siya tinigilan ng immigration. They asked him to come to an immigration office interview. This time, the issue was not citizenship anymore. Hindi na basta-basta yung citizenship lang. It was his PR status itself. They investigated whether he misrepresented his intention when applying through PNP. Kasi, again, when you apply for a PNP program here, may pipirmahan ka kasi diyan parang dokumento na you want to, you have the intention to live in that province for a certain period of time. At syempre, kapag hindi mo sinunod yung law na yan, or kapag hindi mo sinunod yung pinirmahan mo, and after a month, or after a short period of time, lumipat ka agad sa mas malaking city dito sa Canada, then definitely, hindi mo sinunod yung pinirmahan mo. So, they sent him a letter saying they wanted to revoke his PR status, meaning he could lose his permanent residency. O, diba? Ang daming nawala sa kanya. Hindi lang basta-basta citizenship. So, ang ginawa niya is he hired another lawyer, but unfortunately, he lost the case. Immigration eventually issued a removal order. That means he had to leave Canada. O, diba? Imaginein mo, ang dami niya ng pinagdaanan, ang dami niya ng, bago pa siya ma-PR, bago pa niya nagawa ma-PR dito sa Canada, most probably, parang naging international student siya, right? At the beginning, they became international student. Meaning, gumastos sila ng pagkalaki-laki para maging international student dito, and at the same time, magkaroon ng work experience. At dahil lang sa simpleng pagkakamali, or dahil siguro, hindi naman natin may tatanggi na sometimes, tayong mga tao dito sa mundo is walang contentment. Nakuha na natin yung permanent residency, we want more, we want bigger salary. At yun yung niya, yun yung nakuha niya. Siguro kung nag-stay lang siya ng medyo matagal-tagal ng onte, dun sa province na nag-nominate sa kanya, siguro hindi ma-revoke ang kanyang PR. Okay? And according to this report, hindi naman talaga siya na-ban sa Canada. But this time, he can apply for a Canadian experience class. He still has Canadian degree and Canadian work experience, and it's still in process. So, ang lesson dito is if you got your PR already, immigration can still review your case later, especially if something in your history raises questions. Kasi nga, lately, immigration are really checking each and every application kahit PR ka na. Or minsan nga kahit Canadian citizen ka pa. If they see something suspicious in your application, then they are going to ask you kung ano nangyari at kung bakit ka na PR or naging Canadian citizen ng ganun-ganun lang. Okay? The first big lesson for this one is PNP has something called intention to reside. Yun na nga yung sinasabi ko kanina. Meaning, when you apply through a province, you are saying, I intend to live and work in this province. So now, legally, PR holders have mobility rights in Canada. But immigration can still your original intention. Especially if you move very quickly after getting PR. Again, you have the right to always change province. But again, napakabilis ng pangyayari sa kanya. After a month, lumipat siya agad. Second lesson is citizenship application can sometimes trigger deeper background checks. That means immigration may review your PR history, your application details, and your residency records. The third lesson, every immigration case is different. Many people move provinces after PR and nothing happens. But sometimes, someone gets investigated and that can cause serious consequences. Hindi naman lahat nag-undergo sa ganitong napaka tedious na process. But again, siguro natapat siya sa isang masipag at tinitingnan talaga ng officer na yun kung ano nangyari sa application. At yun nga, nakita na masyadong mabilis yung paglipat niya sa different province. Kaya, na-revoke pati ang kanyang PR. So, what should you do if you get PR through PNP? My personal advice is always this. If possible, try to stay in your nominating province for some time. Build your life, work there. Pwede naman, again, there is still mobility rights, but then again, it says on your contract that you intend to stay and work in that province for the time being. Okay? Show that you have really tried to settle. Because immigration decisions can sometimes depend on how your situation looks on paper. Okay? And remember, immigration is not just about rules. Sometimes it's all about credibility. Sometimes it's also about credibility and intention. Okay? So that should be it for now. So, payuhan nyo yung mga kaibigan nyo. Alam natin na napakadaming malalamig na lugar dito sa Canada. At minsan, kaya tayo lumilipat sa mga malalamig na lugar is para makuha natin yung mga PR natin doon. Pero, wag sana nating i-practice yung pagiging user-friendly natin, di ba? Kasi parang naging user-friendly yung ano natin, yung parang, ang tawag dito, yung applicant dito. Yung pagkatapos niya makuha yung PR niya, umalis siya agad, di ba? Sana, ano man lang siya, tumanaw man lang siya ng utang na loob dun sa province na nag-nominate sa kanya bago siya lumipat. Okay? Or nagbigay muna siya ng service. Okay? O kung may kakilala kayo na gustong lumipat agad ng ibang malalaking cities or hindi masyado mai-snow sa province na na-nominate sila or na-PR sila, sabihin nyo, i-share nyo tong video na to. Like and subscribe in my channel. At laging tatandaan, hindi kailangang maraming pera, basta may peace of mind. Thank you for watching. Until next time. Bye-bye.